Okay, let's dive right into this. Picture yourself standing high up in the jagged peaks of the Andes Mountains. The air is incredibly thin. The landscape is entirely shrouded in this thick, rolling mist. But as the morning sun begins to pierce through the fog, it illuminates the ancient, towering ruins of a world long past. In this explainer, we're going on a deep, adventurous expedition into the mysteries of the Sky Watchers of Peru, hunting for profound secrets carved right into the very bones of the mountains.
Now ask yourself, how do you build a city in the clouds without wheels or iron? Because right away, we're confronted with Machu Picchu, a sprawling stone city sitting at dizzying 8,000 feet above sea level. This is a city that by all conventional logic simply shouldn't exist. We are talking about a civilization that achieved this monumental feat without the use of mortar, without the invention of the wheel, and without a single iron tool. Seriously, how do you construct an entire empire in the clouds under those conditions?
Section 1. The City Above the Clouds. Section 2. Secrets of Stone Masonry.
20 tons. These megalithic giants were somehow quarried, transported, and moved straight up the steep, treacherous sides of the Andes Mountains. And remember, they did this without wheels or draft animals capable of hauling such immense weight. The sheer logistics of moving a 20-ton rock up a mountain without modern machinery is absolutely mind-boggling. This isn't just heavy lifting. It's a brilliant display of a lost technology.
And you know, it's not just the massive scale either. It's the impossible precision. These megaliths are interlocked so perfectly, so seamlessly, that a single razor blade cannot fit between them. There is zero mortar holding them together. They are shaped with such exactness that they rely entirely on gravity and friction to form walls that have stood strong for centuries. Think about it like this. When a modern earthquake hits, our rigid concrete buildings often shatter and collapse. But Inca masonry? It survives. Because there is no rigid mortar, these ancient walls actually dance during intense seismic tremors. The stones shift, absorb the energy of the earthquake, and then miraculously settle right back into their perfect, razor-thin places. There's a beautiful quote that says, "Peru is a land where the earth speaks to the sky." And the Inca, well, they weren't just building fortresses. They were communicating with the cosmos through their architecture. Their earthly mountain perfection was entirely designed to reflect the heavens above.
Section 3. Geoglyphs of the Desert.
Now we drop from the dizzying altitudes of the Andes straight down to the vast, sweeping desert floor of Nazca. Spiders, monkeys, birds, we're looking at massive geoglyphs stretching across the desert with unbroken geometric precision. It's essentially a vast canvas painted right into the sand.
And here's the craziest part. These miles-long shapes were created 2,000 years ago by people who couldn't fly. Yet their true shapes are only visible from high up in the sky. If you stand on the ground right next to them, they just look like random shallow trenches. They had no balloons, no drones, no airplanes.
So who were they drawing for? If the creators themselves could never look down and appreciate the perfect geometry of the spider or the monkey, what was the purpose? Were these giant desert canvases meant to be messages to the gods? Or is there something else we're missing entirely? It really deepens the cinematic mystery of this incredible landscape.
Section 4. The Golden Empire's Fall. Let's look at the timeline. 2,000 years ago, the Nazca Lines were etched into the earth. Centuries later, the children of the sun built their impossible cities. And then, the sudden fall. The rapid, mysterious collapse of the empire, leaving behind nothing but dusty trails, hidden gold, and a retreat deep into the impenetrable Amazon jungle. Where did they truly go? With their sun-reflecting gold scattered, did they leave behind a hidden code we are yet to crack? You really have to wonder if their dancing walls and miles-long desert drawings were part of a larger message written in stone and sand that we simply haven't learned how to read yet.
Section 5. Wisdom of the Andes.
It really highlights that humanity's potential is limitless when we align with nature and the stars. The Sky Watchers didn't fight the earthquakes, they danced with them. They didn't ignore the sky, they carved the earth to speak to it. Their profound connection to their environment was the absolute key to achieving the seemingly impossible. But as the saying goes, some secrets are meant to be kept by the mountains. Because despite all our modern technology, the absolute truth of exactly how those 20-ton stones were lifted or precisely why the Nazca Lines were drawn remains forever locked away in the mist. When we look up at the very same stars the Inca builders looked at, we have to ask ourselves,
What unbroken codes remain hidden within the eternal sky? What other lost technologies are waiting to be rediscovered beneath the dust of history? Keep that question in mind as you explore the incredible wonders of our ancient world.